funny whole thing. I feel like there is this connection between all three different time zones, right? So you have your past, current, and future. And these time zones intertwine into one, like the infinity symbol, right? So the infinity symbol is like an 8, and you know how they connect in the middle? So that's kind of like what happens, but in real life. And maybe this is created because of this reason, I'm not entirely sure. But I think that this infinity circle, that center resembles once we get stuck in these times of being aware of where we are. And I feel like the energy and everything that is surrounding the moment is that moment happening, that is that middle, when all three times, because time doesn't actually exist, but that's when all times are connecting and uniting as one. And like I can't tell you, because I'm sitting here and I'm just living my life, and I'm getting connected to the times of my past. Like, they were crazy, right? And it's just driving me up the wall a little bit. And I'm talking on my phone, talking to myself, and my neighbors across the street probably looking at me like I'm crazy. Anyways. But what I think is that no matter what we do, and no matter what we say, no matter how we go about getting it, we're always going to end up in those same energetic moments that we were meant to be in, no matter what, right? And you get to choose. That's the cool thing about life. You can choose where you want to go, right? If you want to go and be the wealthiest person in the world, if you want to be a mom, if you want to be a dad, if you want to be the best friend, if you want to, whatever you want to do, you're going to do it, and that's your reality. So if you get to choose, and no matter what, you're just going to end up in the same exact spot, because in all reality, time doesn't actually exist. I know, you're probably like, okay, this girl's off her rockers, and you know, what's going on here? But it's just the truth. No matter what we do, we are always going to come right back to where we once were. And it's just going to keep going like that, over and over and over and over and over and over again. So that's just where I'm at right now. And it's like, no matter what we do, right? I don't know about you guys, but I can sense death. I've always been able to. So it's a trip within itself. And I feel like the more that we are aware of what we do in our realities, right? So, for example, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, I'm always going to end up right back where I once was. My energies are all going to be the same. Everything is going to be the same. Oh my god, there's little doggies. So, if everything that we're going to do is the same, then why does it matter what we do as long as we're happy? That's kind of where I'm getting at. Just do whatever makes you happy. Maybe you want to go travel the world and say screw it to everything, then you should be able to do that. If you don't, then you shouldn't have to. Oh my goodness. It's funny how when I come outside, it's like a bunch of neighbors come outside too. Whatever. But it's such a weird circumstance, this experience of life. How's my energy? My energy's going a little bit crazy right now with all this political changing, energy source changing. Like, we're in the middle part of that infinity, or that 8, if you want to say. And we're about to get thrown for another loop. And then we'll come back to this again. And we'll be thrown for another loop. And then we'll come back to it again. Happens every single time. Oh, BT dubs. I live in Florida and it's like absolutely gorgeous. Like, it is maybe like in the 70s right now, 60s, 80s. But it's hot. Like, I could take off my jacket right now, but it's like super windy. So I have it on. But it's like very nice, very great. If you're ever thinking about moving somewhere, you guys gotta go to like Florida. Oh, and BT dubs, you can always contact me because I'm a realtor. So. And I know how to spot unpermitted work, like, you know, some others don't. Anyways. But, you know, when we get thrown for these little, like, loops, right, we end up kind of going crazy and forgetting about everything. Everywhere that we are, everything that we're doing, who we want to be, what are we, like, you know, and these are like very common questions. It's not that people are crazy for asking these questions. I'm really sick of people always getting like judged for asking questions. Like, ask away, sweetheart, ask away, and ask even more while you're at it. But it's okay to, you know, remind yourself who you are and what you're doing. And it's okay to be a little bit crazy and to not know what you're doing. So, with that being said, I'm gonna end up going for a drive, and maybe I might put the video back on, but I will be back. Bye. Okay, I'm back. So, I was just rambling to my husband about this. And I came to a realization of, I think that the Ouroboros is happening because, like I was kind of like explaining earlier on, is, oh my god, there's a big dog. Big dog, big dog, big dog. Oh, it's a big puppy. But, so I feel like this is happening. Because what if life comes to this middle ground, and that 8, and that infinity circle, when it's like this flat, mutual, multi-dimensional connection. And the world's doing that because it's giving us the chance and the opportunity to go back to what we were once a part of. Maybe that's why we constantly feel like we're a part of this constant motion of wanting to go back to the past, or wishing the future was way better than it could ever be. But how do we get there? We can't get there. I want to go back. Like, it's this constant battle, right? And what if the world comes to this connection and we end up just realizing that we have that choice to just stop and acknowledge the fact that we could either not do anything, continue to progress, or we could even choose to end up going backwards in time. And no matter what we choose to do, we're always going to be where we were supposed to be. Sorry, my anxiety just started kicking in. But I think right now My Ouroboros is, my hand just got stuck, is basically just telling me that I have the decision. I have the decision to go back. I have this decision to continue on, or I have the decision to do absolutely nothing at all. And my anxiety is like, don't do anything, hide in fear. My excitement is like, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And then I'm like just trying to find that mutual grounding of decision. So I think that's gonna conclude my rant for today. Got a nice tropical storm. See it? Alright, that was pretty, right? I'm gonna use that for a cutout segment. Anyways, you know, I think that my best piece of advice for this, though, is just to ride the wave. Ride the wave. Ride the storm. Just ride it. Ride it. Ride your life. Let it go. Let it be. And just experience your life. Okay, with that, see you guys soon.